half the time you want to be like, man, I could break you in half. Wish I could say I've never done that. I'd be lying. I certainly have. Deep down inside, they're thinking, f him. Hey guys, Maven here. Now, being a WWE wrestler sucks, according to the YouTube channel Benchflix, who made a video with that exact title. Now, I'm not sure if Mr. Flicks ever wrestled for the WWE, but I did. So today we're gonna watch his video and I'm gonna share what he got right and what he got wrong.
You were body slamming pillows before you could write your name. Every couch cushion became a turnbuckle.
I love how he starts. I did wrestle my couch cushions. I did wrestle my pillows. I did wrestle on the floor. My dad used to get on his knees and we would have wrestling matches. We had names. We had champions. It's crazy that 10 seconds into this video, he's talking about my past.
So you started early. You joined a gym before you had chest hair. You trained with people twice your size.
I was in the gym early. I was joining Lifetime Fitness. That was 30 minutes from my house. And I met a wrestler who wrestled for Smoky Mountain Wrestling. His name was High Flying David Jericho. And I have no clue how big of a wrestler he was, but I remember him taking me to his car and showing me a belt once. And this guy, he had stories. And he immediately, just like Mr. Flick said, he became larger than life to me.
The first time you took a bump on the mat, the air shot out of your lungs like a car crash.
You take for granted just exactly how much falling in an unnatural way over and over and over, how much it hurts and just how much of a toll it actually takes on your body. I know I did. I know the first couple times getting in the ring thinking, yeah, this is gonna be easy. And how I felt 3 days into it. And Al Snow told us, this is going to hurt. But we have to keep doing it over and over so it becomes second nature. So, Mr. Flicks, you're 100% correct. Taking bumps in the beginning, it sucks. But you know what doesn't? Getting tasty, fresh, dietitian-approved meals from this video sponsor, Factor. Now, I've been singing Factor's praises for quite a while now, and there's countless reasons why. First off, I hate going to the grocery store, so not having to go, that's a big plus for me. On top of that, Factor's meals are ready to eat in just minutes, saving me even more time. But I also love the wide variety that Factor offers. Their weekly menu has over 35 options to choose from, including vegan, veggie, calorie smart, chef's choice, and many, many more. Something for every palate. My girl Gina and I, we get them weekly, and truthfully, we cannot get enough. Head to factor75.com or click the link below and use code 50MAVEN to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first Factor box. That's code 50MAVEN at factor75.com to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box.
You trained until your muscles shook and your knuckles bled from hitting ropes that felt more like steel cables than rubber bands.
Well, sometimes the ropes that you train on are steel cables. So, if you're hitting the ropes and your knuckles are bleeding, then you're doing it wrong.
While your friends went to parties, you were in makeshift rings in community centers.
No, we still went to parties. We just went after we got out of the makeshift rings in community centers.
You drove hours just to get 5 minutes of ring time in a show with 20 people in the crowd and one working spotlight.
This is, I think, where I kind of shy off from Mr. Flicks. Because my journey was tough enough, and my journey had my first match being in a WWE ring seen by millions of people.
Sometimes you didn't even get paid, just a handshake, a good bump, and a long drive home in the dark.
You might be saying, well, why would you do that? Because you want the experience. Because the only way to get seen is to be out there, to be in front of the crowd, to hopefully get a buzz going, to hopefully be seen on YouTube, to hopefully have somebody talk about you in front of another promoter and say, oh my gosh, have you seen that Maven guy? Man, he's amazing. He'd be great for your show. Then you're getting a call. That's how the hype starts. And that's exactly what you're going for.
A chant, a cheer, a kid asking for your autograph. And for a second, you felt it. the thing you grew up chasing.
I'll never forget being recognized the first time. I was in a Blockbuster video. If you don't know what a Blockbuster video is, then you have homework after this. I was in a Blockbuster video. Someone came up, asked if I was, are you Maven? And I was all too happy to say, yes, I am. And there they pulled out a receipt and got an ink pen, and I signed the back of it. That was my very first autograph that I ever signed. And it's truly one of the best experiences. And even to this day, I'll never take it for granted.
You missed birthdays. You slept in your car. You ate gas station sandwiches and rehearsed moves in motel parking lots.
I ain't never ate a gas station sandwich. I stopped at that.
You watched others quit. Watched friends fall apart from broken backs, busted knees, busted spirits.
That was me at one point. There was a time when I gave up on everything. I would have laughed in your face if you mentioned, hey, you should return. Okay.
Because if you could just get through the doors, maybe everything you gave up would finally be worth it.
This is where I kind of disagree with Mr. Flicks, and here's why. I've met countless wrestlers who have good jobs, pensions, families, who have years in with a company, and wrestling on the weekends to them, it's their slow pitch softball. I've met plenty of people who know they're never going to get the call, know they're never going down to the performance center, know they're never going up to Stamford, and you know what? They don't care. They're not looking for it. I'm not saying they wouldn't take the call if the call was made. I'm just saying they live tethered to reality, and they know the call's not coming.
You don't start in a stadium, you start in a high school gym that smells like hot dogs and mildew.
He's not wrong about some of the places that matches take place in. But again, you do it without pyro, without anything that says money is attached to this promotion whatsoever.
And the injuries start stacking up. Your back spasms, your knee clicks, your shoulder doesn't sit right anymore. You tape everything.
My knee does click, my shoulder doesn't sit right anymore, and I'm leaning over to this side always because my back always hurts on the left.
You break something? Tape it. Concussed? Shake it off. Because missing a show means missing rent.
One thing we were notorious for, I've done it countless times, I've seen others do it. You get an injury, a cut, super glue. I have, and to this day still, if I get cut open, I'll throw super glue on something like that before I will think of sitting in a hospital waiting room to get 2 or 3 stitches. Nah, super glue it.
You see guys with less talent get booked because they've got the look.
It was a running joke backstage in the WWE locker room. We would always see someone come in and get hired and they couldn't wrestle for shit. But we would always say what Vince thought, hell of a body. And whenever you heard somebody say hell of a body, that was about as demeaning to whoever we were talking about as you can imagine. Because what hell of a body means is, yeah, person looks like $1 million, but they're the shits. Vince was notorious for hiring guys that had specific looks because he always thought, I can turn anyone into a star.
Then the call comes. Not the call, not WWE. Just a shot at something bigger. A tryout. A developmental show.
Mr. Flicks makes it sound like they put on a match, but it's not a match they put on. Actually, it's exactly what it says. It's a tryout. They're basically bringing a group, a large group, making them do drills, making them do blow-up drills, making them get in the ring and just drill all day so they can see if, okay, this person, yeah, we could do something X, we could do this with so-and-so, we can do that with her. And sometimes it works, other times, thank you for coming.
You still believe you can break through. You finally get the call. Developmental, maybe NXT.
90% of the people wrestling, 90% of the people doing everything he's discussed up to this point will never get that call. So I disagree with him saying that this is the next progression of the wrestling evolution.
Creative hands you a promo. You memorize it word for word. No improvising, no going off script. This isn't the Indies.
I remember early in my career having to do a promo segment with Kurt Angle, and Kurt was handed a sheet of paper and I was handed a sheet of paper. And I was told, remember this, as word for word as you can get. Other guys, the Rocks, the Austins, the Takers, the Hunters, those guys were given bullet points.
Because now every match is a segment. Every move is timed. You hit a clothesline, look to hard cam, hold for 3. Hit your finisher, look again. Hold the belt high.
It's not that damn rehearsed. I never had somebody tell me, hit your move, turn to hard cam at that moment. No, it's got to be natural. When you're in the ring, everything has to appear natural. They might give you ideas, and I had a guy once just educate me on how knowing what camera was facing me and how this was your money maker and how just while you're selling, while you're punching, while you're wrestling, how to find the camera. So it just helps the product, helps you look like you know what you're doing.
You pitch your own vignettes, your own storylines. You rehearse every entrance, every taunt.
Guys would be backstage and they would have ideas that they would go and they would want to pitch to Vince, but you knew that you would have to find Brian Gerwertz or one of the writers, a Steph or somebody. Those are the people you're wanting to pitch your ideas to first. Most of the time, you're told, yeah, that's great, but we have this for you. And not quite yet. Or, yeah, we'll take that. We'll let somebody know, and you'll never hear anything of it. Because most of the time, your ideas are as important to the executives as a hangnail. They're not at all. They're not even listening. They don't care. They don't care what you want to do. You're there to do what they want you to do.
You hear whispers. They like you. They're watching you. You've got something, you cling to it.
It's nothing for an agent to come up and tell you, give you false hope. There might be something coming, or they loved when you did that. Keep it up. Keep it up. They're thinking about something. And then something just never materializes.
You try to stand out without stepping on toes.
Sorry about your toes. Sorry about stepping on your foot. Sorry you were wearing sandals. Wear steel-toe boots next time. You don't give a damn whose toes you step on.
You're stuck in catering. No segment, no match. Just waiting.
Unless you're in one of the big storylines, an ongoing storyline, a storyline that has an ultimate ending at a pay-per-view, unless you're building on one of those, you arrive at the arena and you don't know who you're going to work. You have in your mind, okay, I've been on the house show for 3 nights and I've worked Rico all 3 nights, so it stands to reason that maybe I'll be wrestling Rico on Raw tonight. But sometimes no. Sometimes you get there and I've worked Rico for 3 nights, but now Rico's in a match with Billy and Chuck and I'm not wrestling against them. In fact, they have nothing for me. And then that starts playing. It's such a mind game.
Especially when you're in the ring, you feel the distance between who you are and who you play.
I was talking to a friend recently about a superstar you would know. I'm not going to say which superstar this is out of respect. This superstar feels more comfortable in front of his fans because there he matters. There he can do no wrong. At home, he's dad. He's a husband. He's fallible. It's a tough balancing act.
You pop for the next guy getting the push. You shake his hand, you tell him he earned it, and you mean it. But part of you still wonders why it wasn't you.
Most everyone doing the cheering couldn't give 2 shits about what this person's getting. And yeah, they're going to give lip service. They're going to say the right things. They're going to politically be the good employee. They're going to do everything. Oh, man. Yo, that was great. Saw it coming. Knew you were on the way. Deep down inside, they're thinking, fuck him. Why? He sucks. And that's what they're thinking. And that's what people are saying behind their back. Happens in every locker room I've ever seen. Wish I could say I've never done that. I'd be lying. I certainly have. Not proud of it, but I'm human.
You can't even flinch when your shoulder pops out of place mid-match, so you laugh it off.
I've had my shoulder pop out of place mid-match. I didn't laugh it off. I just put it back in.
Backstage, you're always good. You slap backs, crack jokes, nod when someone says you crushed it.
I remember every time Austin or Rock would go and be out, and then they would come back at the monitor. Everyone would be there just, oh yeah. I don't know if they thought it was osmosis and a little bit of that greatness was going to rub off on them, or if they thought it was just the right thing to do so the right people see me praising the top guys. You take the first match of the night that come out, there's a few guys that might say good job, but for the most part, people are going about their business. They don't care about the card down here. They care about the one up here. They want to be seen congratulating who management has decided to give the ball to.
You sit in the dark and wonder how long you can keep doing this. Because the show goes on, with or without you.
I disagree with him saying you sit in the dark wondering how long you can do this. Most wrestlers have to be shown the door. Most wrestlers are told their career is over when they don't want to hear it, or they're exited out of the business in a way that they would rather not be. Most wrestlers don't leave on their terms.
You try to live normal, get a job, wake up at a reasonable hour, pay rent.
I didn't get a real job until my 40s, and it wasn't until I realized and accepted that wrestling was just in my past. Obviously, it was before we're doing what we're doing now, so I'm back in the circle again, gay. Just when you think you're out, they draw you back in. But it's tough. Man, it's tough having people wanting your autograph and then having to go to orientation where your boss that's 15 years younger than you explains to you, you know, exactly what's wanted from you at a job. Half the time you want to be like, man, I could break you in half if I wanted to, but I got to listen to you explain to me how the router worked. Nah, took a while for me anyway.
You watch the product sometimes, but not often. It stings. Not jealousy, just memory.
Oh no, it's jealousy. It's jealousy. It's 100% jealousy each and every time.
You made a kid cheer like it was real. Because for them, it was. And for you, it always will be. That's why it sucks to be a WWE wrestler.
Well, Mr. Flicks, you make some pretty good points. Points I actually agree with, but it in no way, shape, or form sucks to be a WWE wrestler. I am forever grateful for the opportunities that I was once given and the memories I will forever hold. And along the way, you get some pretty good perks. Perks that people just don't know about. And to find out what those are, watch the video on screen.